September in San Diego meant different things than in the rest of the country. It was warm, but not too warm. The skies were the sort of blue you usually only saw with painted movie sets, and the breeze coming in off the ocean was content with merely rustling the decorations instead of tossing them about like confetti. Even my rented tux fit almost perfectly, rescued by a second round of last-minute alterations. The post-ceremony photos were finally done, with the bride and, well, bride now off getting their solo pictures taken. The rest of us were milling about under the giant open-sided tent that had been erected over the reception tables. 74-degree weather in San Diego didn't mean the sun couldn't still boil you like a lobster if you weren't paying attention. In a few minutes, those of us on the wedding party would have to form back up again to escort and announce the newly married couple to their own reception. But for now, we were scattered about and mixed in with the guests. I had an icy cold beer in one hand and a plateful of cookies in the other, because I'd very nearly overslept for our 8 a.m. rendezvous at the wedding site, and I'd had to skip my usual breakfast on the way. The cookies were amazing. Not breakfast burrito with extra chorizo amazing, obviously, but I wasn't complaining, and the beer was, as always, the perfect post-wedding treat. It had been a season of weddings. Mike and Susan had been the first to start things off back in May, and if Susan had spent the entire rehearsal dinner staring me down over what she'd been told about my best friend's bachelor's party, she'd been nothing but smiles during the wedding itself. June, July, and August had then had 2 weddings apiece, all for old high school classmates who had caught the marriage bug and rightly assumed I still lived in San Diego and would show up with gifts if invited.